I can just stand up and go, oh my God!
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Damn, I don't see any gaps in there. Just have to be an asshole and get in there somehow. Anyways, some of y'all might have saw a while back, I had made a video, about fish. No. I made a video called, like, shout-outs and requests or something like that. And, I briefly mentioned, watch this, we're gonna do it. I kinda wanna climb this hill. I mentioned in there briefly a guy named, Spicy. Oh, wow, it's muddy. Keep the throttle up, come on. Okay, we're just gonna turn around. We have no choice. It's turning myself around. Oh, god dang. Here we go. Gotta get out of this situation. Super Moto equals epic fail for mud. Golly, that was slick. I got mud all over the back of this thing now. Woo! Oh, god dang, it's so slick right now. It's like I have like ice on the damn tires. Alright. Best thing to do if you do this to your bike is to take it easy for a second. Can't even hit the front brake right now without locking her up. Here's a little water. This will wash it off. Yeah. It's so slick right now. I'm about to just get pelted in mud too when I start to ride because it's going to start throwing it everywhere. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Woo! I don't mind it being on the back. The back can be slick as hell. When the front is slick, it's when you start getting into trickiness. Anyways, yeah, like you said, I was talking about this guy Spicy, 110, whatever you call it, and I was telling y'all check out his channel, and he had been mentioning about, I don't know if I can get through this parking lot where I want to go, but I'll make it happen, y'all know that. He had mentioned, look at these people going up to get car washes. It's like mildly warm right now. See how I did that? Everyone wants a fucking car wash. Anyway, God, I can't stay on subject. Oh, it smells like gas over here. Let's talk about that. We'll go on because you ain't gonna fucking watch out for me. Ooh, wait, I know where I'm at. I know where I am! Anyways, yeah, anyway, what I was saying is he had a video or two out with the same subject come up where he was talking about how work had been really shitty and really driving him nuts. And I said I wanted to make a video just talking about old jobs I had and bad times. And so that's what I'm going to do now. Real briefly, I'll just tell you about, I was working at a job before I had gone to school or anything where all I was doing was working at a gas station. It was, just a whatever job. And it was probably the easiest job I've ever had. And at this job, I would, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, at one point I decided I didn't want to do this for the rest of my life. Go figure. And I wanted to go to school. And I thought, what better thing to do than go become like a motorcycle mechanic? Because I like working on motorcycles already. I already was kind of enjoying it. So I went to school to become a motorcycle tech, right? This is like what I wanted to do. So I thought, well, this will be fun. So I found a school and I started going. And I went through the whole school thing, graduated, and anyway, I had I graduated and I ended up finding a job doing working on motorcycles. And the thing was, is the job I had, while it wasn't great, I'd been there long enough, I was making a decent amount of money, and I had to take a very considerable pay cut to go do this other job. And it was to do setup work, which is sort of like the first, that dip in the parking lot. Every time I hit it, it drops me and I lose my wheelie. It was like, it's usually one of the first jobs you get as soon as you become like a certified motorcycle tech, because you really need to get experience behind it too. And setup just means what you do is you would work on bikes when they were still in the crate when they came in. You'd set them all up, get them ready for the showroom floor. Then when someone bought one, I make sure they're going to see you. When they bought one, you would take it and set it all up and put an inspection sticker on it if it needed that, and do all those fun things. And that's what I did. And it was also, you were like the kind of the shop bitch. You were always running around grabbing stuff that needed to be grabbed, and anything else like that. Anyway, I was told I'd get a lot of overtime, so it would make up for the fact I was basically I was going to work 6 days a week. Like, it was my choice if I wanted to work on my day off, but if I did, they were willing to have me. And so I started working that job. And this job, on one hand, was super fun because it was the first job ever where I got to sit there and ride bikes all day, or quads and different things like that. They sold KTMs and Polarises and a few other random ones. And it was fun on that hand, but on the other hand, man, this job, I had like the worst boss ever. He was insane. That's all I could tell you. Something wasn't right in his brain. He would he was just like, I don't know, like, obviously I have a potty mouth. I don't mind that, and I don't mind someone cursing around with me and talking shitty to me, but at the same time, it just depends how you come off when you act that way and when you talk that way. And this guy would basically tell me, do this and do it right fucking now, and he was really, really rough on me. And the other guys in the shop that I worked with, they all said he was always like this, but they said he was really rough on me for some reason. And it was really confusing because he would brag sometimes. He'd sit there and go, you're the I don't know what that is. He's like, you're the best person we've had doing this job here. You clearly should be doing more. You should be a technician, And I always felt like it was super easy work. Like, I didn't have a hard time with it ever. I mean, I was sort of overqualified to do that job, but he said you needed the experience. It was all whatever. So I was working that job, and it was just like ups and downs. It was super fun at times. We'd always go get beer and drink at the end of the day, and we would have good times. But then that guy just made things crazy. It really wasn't all that great. Anyway, so that was a weird job, and then we even had like some crazy things. Like, he had one guy where we sold the bike, and he wanted me to get it all ready to go, and it was a used bike. It was I think it was a Gixxer 600, and the back tire was showing nylon, and part of my job was to put an inspection sticker on it. Well, as an inspector, I would not inspect that bike. I was like, we got to throw another tire on it. We got shitload of pilot powers right here. Let's just slap one on real fast. We've already turned the air compressor off for the day. This is the end of the day. Like, everything's already put away. We'll have to do it tomorrow. I'm like, okay, well, they can come get the bike in the morning. They're like, no, he's taking it today. I'm like, why? Because he wants to. This is like, they were just willing to kiss this guy's ass so much. They were like, yeah, you're going to have to take the bike and come back in the morning and you can put a tire on it. Like, I wouldn't even feel safe telling him that. Like, this tire could just burst at any moment, But they told him, oh, yeah, just come back the next day. And they told me, Jake, just for now, go ahead and throw an inspection sticker on it. We'll put the tire on in the morning. And I was like, the fuck to the no. That's actually like felony, like, wise illegal. Like, I could go to jail for doing that. And it's all on me. It's not on the shop. Doesn't matter. I can't say, oh, my boss told me to. Nah, it's with the government. It's kind of a weird deal when you become an inspector, how that works. So I told them to kiss my ass, and they threatened to fire me over the whole thing. They're like, you put an inspection sticker on there, you're fired. I was like, bitch, I'll call the police. You can't do that, And I really tried to be cool with these guys, but like wasn't like cursing out like crazy with them. I was just very firm. I was like, I am not going to do that. That's not going to happen. You can't ask me to do that and threaten my job with it. That's clearly illegal. And man, fortunately that guy's like, no, don't worry, I'll just come pick it up in the morning, and that's how that situation worked out. But I mean, that was really shitty. And then there was a few other crazy incidents like that. This guy, like, it really made me fucking hate my job. Like, I didn't want to go do it every day. And then he fucking like threw some shit at me one time. Like, I asked him, like, hey man, where are the shop towels? We ran out. I don't know where we keep them. I had never gotten them. They were always out. And he went to the closet, grabbed them out of some cabinet that I had never even like seen, like, that they were in there, and he like threw them in my chest and shit. And I like got it in his face. I was like, I'll kill you, you little fucker. I had a little rage moment. And he never mentioned that incident because he knew he fucked up. But it was crazy, man. And then I had some other dog. You gotta say, it's insanely hot in Texas in the summer. I think, like, for you British guys, I think I looked it up one time. I think it's like, could be like 40 degrees Celsius, with high humidity, like 105, Fahrenheit, like fucking stupid hot. And I was working on something, and it was kind of big. I was having a hard time getting around the corner of the shop where I had my tools set up. And he came in there and started fucking screaming at me, telling me, you can't bring this shit in here. I was like, why not? He's like, it's too damn big. Work on it outside. If work on it outside, I'll die. What? He's like, yeah, don't bring that bullshit in here. I was like, well, that's where all my tools are at. He's like, well, take your fucking tools outside. Do you want me to take my fucking tools, which takes a forklift to move my toolbox, take it outside, and he's like, yeah, and he wants you to leave it out there. I never told you could bring your tools in the shop to begin with anyway. What? You have to supply your own tools as a mechanic. What the fuck was this guy even... I don't know. It was insane. It was really, really shitty environment. Anyway, I think he caught wind that I was looking for another job, because I hated that fucking job after a while, as you can imagine. Like, hated it. Oh, and they took my extra day away. They're like, you know what, you're getting too much money. Even though I was like the least paid employee there, I was the one who got there. I was the first to get there and the last to leave every day, too. That was a part of my job. Being a little shop shit boy. And so, I was told I had to take hour-long lunches every day instead of 30-minute lunches, and I had to, which some days I wouldn't even take a lunch if we were real swamped. I was now told I was required to take it, and I could only work 5 days a week. I'm like, great, so now the only reason I started to work here, the only reason I did is because you told me I'd get overtime. You've taken that away from me. They're like, oh, we just said we're spending too much money. I'm like, all right, whatever. And so now I wasn't making any money. I wasn't... everything was bad. Like I said, he called wind, I think, that I was looking for another job, and I came in one day and he just told me I was fired. I asked him why, and he said, I don't have to give you a reason. Actually, they do have to give you a reason, or I can collect unemployment from them if they basically just fire you without reason. And that's literally, he wouldn't tell me why he fired me. And man, it was a bad deal. So anyway, I ended up leaving there, and fortunately I found another job like 2 weeks later at another shop.